topics that will dominate the conversation in the next decade. Well, today our focus is on climate change. Over the last 10 years, sea levels have risen at an alarming rate. Biodiversity is reportedly declining faster than that of any time in human history. And millions of people have been affected by extreme weather like hurricanes and floods.
Right. Sometimes you go to the doctor and the doctor says, I'm sorry, there's not much I can do for you.
Right.
We know the answer. And the answer is to move away from fossil fuels and start leaning on sustainable energy. And here's the best part. The more we use sustainable energy, which is, this energy that's given to us by the sun and the wind, it is free, the more that the prices go down of that, the more we have to create vast industries and vast employment and opportunities for ourselves.
Climate change, the total amount of surplus carbon dioxide that heats our atmosphere, rendering our planet less and less inhabitable. Acts like burning fossil fuels release greenhouse gases into the air that trap the sun's ultraviolet energy, making the Earth hotter and hotter. For Chicago's climate crisis, 70 of the emissions come from buildings and energy necessary to power them. 21% come from transportation, and the remainder come from waste or industrial pollution. In the last 50 years, CO2 levels have risen by 25% throughout the entire world. But not all hope is lost. Chicago and many other cities and states around the world are bettering themselves in this crisis. Things like green homes, which help people save money with energy efficiently, or more public transit like buses or divvy bikes around the city.
The Chicago City Council's Environmental Committee declared a climate emergency this week after massive storms and record high water levels damaged the city's Lake Michigan shoreline. Mayor Lori Lightfoot had previously declared a local disaster after January storms caused millions of dollars of damage. The committee's resolution seeks money to repair the damage and pledges to work with Lightfoot to fund urgent climate action, according to the Chicago Tribune. Council members also asked Lightfoot to resurrect the city's Department of Environment, which was cut by her predecessor in 2011. The full Chicago City Council will vote on the emergency declaration next week.
Let's go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Climate change has got to go!
They are pushing for action on climate change. And a lot of this was led by high school students. A lot of them skipped class to come here to protest the inaction on climate change. And while this was a youth movement, people of all ages stopped by, including 9-year-old Scarlett Hart. Leading the way in this entire event, high school age students. One of them said, if there is no planet left for them, they don't have an opportunity to chase their dream. And on top of that, they want to push their local politicians, their state politicians, and even those lawmakers at the federal level to take action and pass legislation on climate change. You had a message, though, for Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. What was that?
My message was, you have to support us. We need your support on CEJA, the Clean Energy Jobs Act. He can push it through. I know he can, but we need to act, and we need to act now.